morning, people. Welcome to my channel. Continuing our series of discussions on the basic Mahadasha concepts to begin with. We'll get to the Antardasha later part. Now we come to the third Mahadasha, Sun Mahadasha, which follows Venus Mahadasha. Now the Sun Mahadasha is a period of 6 years, and it has got themes underlying it of leadership, ego, recognition, and Dharma, because Sun is a lot of all of them. And Sun Mahadasha will be dictated by Sun itself, because Sun is a Kshatriya planet, so it's a very action-oriented Mahadasha. There's a lot of movement in this Mahadasha. Okay, that's number one. Number two, which nakshatras will get this Sun Mahadasha dominantly in their prime years between the age of 20 and 50? The first set will be those who are born under the moon nakshatra of Ketu, that is Ashwini, Magha, and Mula. Approximately they will get this between 27 and 40 years of age, rough calculation. Next set will be Bharani, Purva Falguni, and Purva Ashada. All the Venus ruled nakshatras will also probably get this Sun Mahadasha around 22 to 35 years of age. Last, unlikely but depends upon moon, is in late degrees of the Saturn ruled nakshatras Pushya, Anuradha, and Uttra Bhadrapada. Okay, that's the rough, all people who will go through this Sun Mahadasha roughly. Okay, now let us dive into the elemental part of it, the characteristic that defines the Sun Mahadasha period itself. The element is fire, obviously, it's sun. The guna is Sattva. That means to say, the sun will distill your ego in this Mahadasha out of the egocentric approach towards everything going on in your life, and it will come towards what is really required of you. This is the thing that people don't understand about Mahadashas. Very common misconception. The Sun Mahadasha requires you to put the ego in a box and put it somewhere where you can't retrieve for the next 7 years. Humble yourself, go along with whatever comes along, and see how this is hitting your ego at different points. I want this versus what is required of me at this time is the underlying theme of this Mahadasha itself. Okay, because it is Sattva Guna. Sattva means it will filter out all the tamas and rajas part of it, isn't it? Tamasic being highly egoistic, and this rajas means just too much passion running around, whereas Sattva distills the essence of it. So by the time you come out of Sun Mahadasha, you should be quite humble. Okay, because Venus gave you all that ego of wealth, love, and relationships, isn't it? The caste is of a warrior, Kshatriya, as like I said. Chakra is solar plexus. So issues relating to your stomach, your belly, the fifth house, all of them play out. First of all, wherever sun is placed in your chart, that will be very active. Then comes all the other sun nakshatras, wherever they are placed, whatever planet is placed there, systematically they will unwind themselves. What are the sun nakshatras? Kritika, Uttara Shada, Uttara Falguni. So all the Uttara parts as well as Kritika will activate themselves. You got to see aspects, obviously. You got to see where Rahu Ketu is sitting or Jupiter is sitting. Even the 5th, 9th aspects of each one of these. So all aspects, all houses where this is sitting will also become active. So it's a highly complex, multi-layered system of fractal time unraveling. It's a mouthful. Okay. The psychology which plays out for the individual for learning, all of this is soul's learning anyway, is one of assertion, identity, clarity. Who are you really? The Sun Mahadasha asks you to find this out in this 7-year period, 6-year period. So the life themes, they might have a career rise because Sun stands for the public display. You might get recognition or lack thereof depending upon how you handle this. This is why there is a certain degree of consciousness required. This is what I counsel in my counseling sessions anyway. You have to be careful of how you handle the Sun Mahadasha. There is too much brightness going on everywhere. Everything is up for very public display in Sun Mahadasha. Okay? So if you do not handle this carefully, you might burn your fingers. You might get a lot of loss of fame. Okay? Don't just focus on the positive aspects. There can be negative aspects as well. You might claim leadership roles. Sun is the leader. Sun is the king. So you might claim something like a leadership role going forward. That can happen depending upon where Sun is. Suppose Sun is in your 10th house. Of course, it's a public house, so you will get a lot more. All father-related karmas might also play along here. Sun is the father, Sun is the king. So father-related issues. Your father may get promoted. For example, if you are running the Sandasha, you see, depends upon lots of complexities involving the father's chart and your chart as well. Both. It's not one thing. The Antardashas, which we'll see much detail later on, break it down, goes through the sequence of the Parashara system. So first will be Sun and Moon, next will be Sun and Mars, third will be Sun and Rahu, then Sun Jupiter, and Sun and Saturn, Sun and Mercury, Sun and Ketu, Sun and Venus, and that closes it. Each one of these will be 11th to 27-month cycle. So it will cycle through these fractals, and each one will bring that respective energy. Now, Antardasha is a whole new topic, which I will cover in detail for every Mahadasha. It's upcoming. So the Sun Mahadasha forces you to claim your identity and walk your own dharma beyond the ego. That's very important caveat there. It can't be based and centric around what your egoistic demands are. And where does this ego get solidified? Essentially, you come to this planet minus anything, isn't it? Except for your samskaras. So the ego gets solidified through the value system, through the family you were born in, through the second house, who played what in your life, what circumstances you came up with, the third house, your neighbors, your friends, your family, your siblings. All of this play out when the Sun Mahadasha comes, because essentially it triggers you out of all the programming of society. Because your original self can be claimed and can be understood only in the light of that which is you minus what the society has given you, isn't it? So the self, original self, is quite pure. It is absolutely pure, but you have to claim it consciously. So the things to do within Sun Mahadasha. First of all, take care of your ego. That's the best thing. Okay, do not have egotistical approaches towards handling health, wealth, relationships, anything that comes across in your life. Secondly, learn to listen to your father. If you have a father whom you get along with, don't get along with, whatever your relationship is, learn to listen to that. I mean, really listen. I'm saying deeply listen, not hear the words. Hear what's under the words. Study your father. That's one thing. You might also be taken attention to the government. Sun is the government. You might be looking at all the themes your government in your land is doing in this Mahadasha. Don't get caught up in conspiracy theories. Just study them for what it is. What it is that they're trying to accomplish. Government's view is always much larger. It's always about collective. Sun is the king. Every government, doesn't matter which country, is trying to do the best humanly possible with their own personalities. The king has a personality. Lord Rama had a personality. In the human form, everyone has a specific individual signature. And so the Moon Dasha, Sun Mahadasha will show you that in full brilliance of the daylight. So take care of these aspects and you should be good to go. There is no real remedy required for this except your own ego which should be left behind in a closet. I will see you in the next. Take care. Be safe.